Devastating floods struck southern Brazil earlier this year. Within days, teams from Operation Blessing arrived to help communities begin rebuilding. 5 months later, they're still on the scene, and members of the community are celebrating what they call a miracle from God. George Thomas reports.
Paulo and Daisonara Bardo still become emotional while reflecting on those difficult days of mid-April when flooding devastated their community here in southern Brazil.
From the very moment it happened, every minute, every second, God told us to just trust Him.
As Paulo navigated the flood waters by boat, he recorded the destruction of their barber shop and surrounding homes, along with the hopeless feeling he felt.
When we first opened the doors, everything was destroyed. We didn't expect to find anything salvageable. The water reached the ceiling, causing immense destruction. We had no hope of rebuilding.
Their 4-year-old business lay buried under thick layers of mud, with all their belongings ruined.
From the very beginning, God was telling us to trust and have faith. I didn't know what I was supposed to trust in the middle of such destruction, until the Lord brought people from all over the world to make it happen.
Operation Blessing deployed aid workers within days, learned of the Bardo's plight, and quickly stepped in to help.
We could never have rebuilt the way Operation Blessing did. We might have tried to reuse some equipment, but there wasn't much to save. Without their help, we wouldn't have succeeded.
OB bought them new furniture and tools, enabling them to resurrect their business, which now supports 3 additional stylist families. Their shop now proudly displays a sign proclaiming, "This place is a fruit of a miracle from God."
I tell my clients that what God did in the barber shop through Operation Blessing was a miracle. We experienced this miracle in our business and families because where there was once despair, God brought hope through OB.
From the middle of April all the way through May, this region of southern Brazil got more than 15 inches of rain. In essence, affecting more than 90% of the entire state. Operation Blessing decided to come to the small community of Santos Dumont. And one of the first things they did to help the community was to rebuild the church.
You know, the pastor was super hopeless. They were not even expecting to come back.
When I saw the destruction of the church and the surrounding community, I never thought there would be a way to rebuild.
That's when Operation Blessing approached him with a plan to rebuild.
The Lord brought people from OB, from the other side of the world, to unite with us in an alliance to help rebuild. If we had relied solely on human strength, it would not have been possible.
While some volunteers worked on the church, others focused on Sue Ellen de Silva's community center, known as Sonhos e Sabores, or Dreams and Flavors. For years, this center served as a refuge for hundreds of underprivileged individuals, providing hot meals, clothing, and showers. Unfortunately, it also sustained significant damage.
I'll be honest, life in this community is very difficult. Many people are homeless and live in precarious conditions. Most are now living by collecting trash and recycling. There's a lack of everything: water, sanitation, food. The community center was their only lifeline.
Through 4 months of work, Operation Blessing helped install new showers, toilets, a kitchen, a dining area, and a classroom with desks for children.
I'm filled with gratitude for OB. Nothing this significant has ever happened to me, and you can imagine how many people benefit from this center each day. They come here for lunch, dinner, and showers. OB will be forever loved by this community.
The catastrophic flooding also made existing water quality issues worse in Rio Grande do Sul, contaminating local water resources with debris, pollutants, and sewage, making safe drinking water even more scarce.
It's been very challenging because the post-disaster, post-cleanup is always more complicated.
In some rural and underserved areas, Operation Blessing partnered with Bethel Church to provide residents with clean water, food supplies, and hygiene kits. CBN News covered a recent outreach as the two groups assisted numerous families and set up a mobile laundry service.
Today we're serving 170 families in the Fatima neighborhood, one of the areas most affected by the flood. We're distributing food boxes, hygiene kits, cleaning supplies, blankets, and our mobile laundromat is washing clothes for the residents.
Operation Blessing also worked with Pastor Matias Tasso soon after the disaster to help tens of thousands affected by the flooding.
We always pray to be witnesses of God, and when the flooding happened in a way that we never imagined, it gave us the huge opportunity to share God's love.
Pastor Tasso says he saw a record number of people coming to church for the first time. Among them, Gabriel Rodriguez, a community leader and gang member, who was touched by Operation Blessing volunteers and church members who frequently worked in his neighborhood.
I'll keep going to church because it brings me peace. It brings me tranquility during this period of chaos we're living in. It's overwhelming, but there in the church, I can find myself.
5 months later, as the state of Rio Grande do Sul rebuilds, Traverso sees resilience and spirit here, showing that even amid challenges, compassion and community can lead to recovery and renewal.
Most of the businesses that we reopen, they want to reinvest their profit even. They want to charge less of what they used to charge. Why? Because they want to bless the community.
George Thomas, CBN News, reporting from Rio Grande do Sul, southern Brazil.
Isn't it wonderful what happens when we all come together and say, let's make a difference. Let's reach out with hands of love and compassion. Our motto at Operation Blessing, when disasters strike, we want to strike back with love and compassion. We want to be there for people in their time of need and provide for their need in very tangible ways, whether it's in the initial hours, the basics of food, water, shelter, or then ongoing, how do we give them livelihood? How do we give them a hope and a future? You heard it. They said, we were devastated, and you brought us hope. That thank you goes to you if you're a member of the 700 Club, if you've been giving to Operation Blessing, to the Disaster Relief Fund. If you haven't, I invite you right now to do it. 1-800-700-7000. There's so many disasters around the world these days, it's very hard to even keep up with just the number of hurricanes and floods right here in America. But let's not let our love grow cold. Let's reach out even more to say, yes, we can help them. We can be with them in their time of need. If you want to give, it's real simple. Call 1-800-700-7000. Say, I want to give to the Operation Blessing Disaster Relief Fund. You can write disaster relief in the memo line of a check and mail it to us at CBN Center, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23463. You can go to cbn.com. There's a place where you can designate your gift, or you can text OBDR to 71777. Either way, do it now. 1-800-700-7000.